When the prophet Gideon heard that he was to be the one to deliver Israel from the oppression of the Midianites, he thought, "I'm just an ordinary guy. How can God use me?" So he complained to God and said, "If you really think I'm the man for this job, go ahead and give me a sign." And God did. Judges 6:19-22 says, "Then the angel of God said to him, 'Prepare now a sacrifice of meat and a loaf of bread, and lay them on the rock for me.' So he did as God commanded him. And when he had prepared the meat and laid it on the rock, there came a voice to him and said, 'Gideon, son of Yosh, why have you trembled at the sight of my messenger?' Then Gideon said, 'O my Lord, I have seen the messenger of God, and I trembled in his presence. I am guilty, O my Lord, and I will no longer offer up anything to you.'" Have you ever been called by God to do something for him, and you doubted in your heart whether or not you were actually hearing from him? Sometimes when we doubt a call from God, it's because we don't feel worthy of it. Other times, like Gideon, we need a sign to reassure us that what we think we heard was actually from God. Gideon was willing to listen to whatever God had to say. He didn't tell God why he didn't believe he was the right guy for the job. He didn't try to argue with God about it either. He simply asked for a sign, and God gave it. But instead of giving Gideon the sign he asked for, God gave him something better, a messenger who would lead him to the place where he needed to be. And when Gideon did what the angel told him to do, something amazing happened. The angel touched the meat and the bread with the staff that was in his hand, and fire flamed up from the rock and consumed the meat and the bread. What was Gideon supposed to learn from this? The Bible says that he trembled when he saw the messenger of God. Can you imagine how scared he must have been when the fire appeared? But the angel didn't rebuke him for his doubt. Instead, he gently reminded Gideon that he shouldn't have been afraid, because what he saw was only his messenger. Gideon had an encounter with an angel of God, and yet he still doubted that God was really calling him. But this experience should have reassured him that God was real and that he was truly called to deliver Israel. It would have been easy for Gideon to walk away from this experience and forget about the call to deliver his people. But thankfully, he chose to obey. And because he did, God used him to defeat the Midianites and set his people free. Are you struggling to believe that God has called you to do something for him? Remember that Jesus is with you always. He will never leave you or forsake you. And if you are called by him, he will equip you for the task he has called you to do. Don't give up. Don't walk away. Hold on to him, and he will help you.